The Riyadh season card is getting brutally clapped. Another fighter falls out. Daniel Dubois unable to compete due to illness, and this is getting a bit concerning. In steps Martin Bacoli to take on Joseph Parker. This is your boy JG. This is the Punch Report in this video. We just talk about the state of this card. It takes place on Saturday at weird-ass hours because it's in Saudi Arabia, but I digress. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified of when the videos drop. Now, as I mentioned before, Daniel Dubois unable to compete against Joseph Parker because of illness, unspecified details. But what we do know is he just won't be competing with Joseph Parker. Martin Bacoli steps in. What is going on with the Riyadh season card? We need to be serious about this. We already know, as you see pictured on the screen, Shakur Stevenson's taking on Joshua Padley. I believe that's his name. And I'm going to get into that more, too. I did a little bit of film study on Padley, and he's going to get cooked. But going back to Daniel Dubois pulling out, obviously we know that Scofield was unable to compete. And let's just touch on that for a moment. I saw yesterday that Shakur Stevenson had some comments for Scofield and team. He a punk and this, that, and the other. I don't know what's going on. There was a video floating around the internet, and I contemplated sharing it, but I don't know if that shit is real because the dude in the video is like intubated, and then there was like tweets from his dad talking about, we'll discuss his next fight when we get back to Texas. If I'm looking at my son laid up intubated, I'm not worried about the sport of boxing or his next fight. The whole thing is very, very bizarre, and I have a lot of questions. That aside, this card is falling apart. You still have your main event intact, and the good thing about the main event, it's a meaningful fight that people are clamoring for. Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. So you're good there. Shakur Stevenson was your third fight on the main card, or third from the top of the main card. And then obviously Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois was your co-main event. You can't elevate the Stevenson bout because he's fighting a guy with 15 bouts, no power, and limited offense. And the Bacoli fight is actually not terrible. It's a tough ask for Joseph Parker because he's a big dude with crazy power. It's just a different style. And this is on like 10 seconds notice. So shout out to Joseph Parker for, staying in there and not dumping the bout. But what is going on with fighters heading over to Saudi Arabia, UAE, and falling ill, getting sick? You could speculate, and this is kind of crazy, you could speculate that, well, I don't think Floyd Scofield was really ready for Shakur Stevenson. I already said in my last video, I think that was a tough fight for him, a massive step up. Shakur Stevenson is legit, and I think he would have cooked Scofield. Good athleticism, like I said before, good power. I just think that Shakur is too much. But now you have to start to wondering, so is Daniel Dubois, is he ducking too? Or is something going on out in Saudi Arabia with these fighters getting sick? Riyadh season, shout out to Turkey Al-Sheikh. They got a bunch of money, but their cards fall flat. They don't do numbers. And now when people get on a flight, which is risky at this point, shit, I don't want to fly nowhere. But when people get on a flight to go to Saudi Arabia and you have two notable fighters, one in Shakur Stevenson and Daniel Dubois, get sick, or not Shakur, excuse me, Scofield gets sick and pull out of a bout, it raises questions. It doesn't matter if you can put a bunch of names together on a marquee and call it good. The cards don't live up to the hype. A lot of money gets spent and wasted. And now you have this phenomenon where people are pulling out a fight well into fight week. They've already done press conferences, open workouts, this, that, and the third. But now we're not making it to fight night. So in the comment section, let me know what's going on with Saudi Arabia, what's going on with Riyadh season, and what's going on with these fighters from all over the world falling ill and missing bouts that could be, career changing. Going to the Shakur bout, like I said, I didn't know who this guy was, and for good reason. Only 15 bouts. He's a domestic level guy. He's going to get cooked. The one thing he does do well is in tight upon separation. He does throw good combinations. He can catch you slipping there. But he doesn't have big pop. He's limited offensively. He moves straight back in a line. Trying to see him Shakur Stevenson, if you need to slaughter him. He should not be in the ring with you at all. Even with a full camp, you need to absolutely slaughter this dude. Facts. You talk real crazy. This is an opportunity for you to say, if you're not on my level, then you get absolutely bodied. That's what you got to do. That's what we're here for. I want to see the Scofield fight. I think you would have put work in on him. This guy's not Scofield. And you should walk through his ass straight like that. The circumstances surrounding how we got to this point are too good for you not to absolutely crush this dude. And that's what you need to do. But that aside, the card is definitely gotten a lot weaker. I don't think the Bacoli and Dubois thing is the only thing that sucks for Parker is, or Dubois was a champ, so that his belt he had to pull out. His belt's not on the line. But as far as the rest of this card is concerned, maybe you elevate Israel Madrimov versus Virgil Ortiz. I would do that. Maybe send the Shakur Stevenson bout down a few knocks, bump up Madrimov Ortiz. You could leave Joseph Parker at 2, and then your main event is set. What is going on in Saudi Arabia? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. This is your boy JG. This is the Punch Report. Riyadh season. Archer bet to be of Dimitri Bivol. This card is really falling apart. Everything below the main event is looking real shaky outside of Madrimov Ortiz, and we got to see how it plays out. I don't know. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comment section. I'm out.